Hi, my name is Jennifer.
My name is Edgar in Thai.
My name is Faith Daniel Ehi.
We're talking about things that influences people's view, people's perspective, right? Things that can, help choose how you see life, how you address life situations. And we have options like religion, experiences. What do you have to say about that?
When you say my view, I want to ask a question. Is it generally about like my view about life or about something? And if it's about life generally, I would say I'll pick two.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's religion and experience.
Okay.
Why I'm saying religion is because I was brought up as a Christian in the way of the Lord.
Oshay.
Yeah, so morals and all the religions installments.
Anyhow, I spoke the English. Right on.
Yes, it was installed in me, so I would say that. And then experience. I also learned. I'll say experience also influences my view about life. Yeah, that's just it. Experience.
I think I'll go with her as well. Experience and religion. But I think in this context, let's bring it down to reproductive rights, if I'm not mistaken. So out of these three options, what really influences our view when it comes to reproductive rights? For me, I'll say in this context, I'll say it's experience.
It has to be experience. Because if you're judging with religion, I mean, now we cannot use religion as a bar.
I really
We
use
cannot-
religion as a bar.
Why? I'm really curious to know why.
Okay, first of all,
Don't forget abortion in context.
have we gotten there?
Yeah,
We're going there. Don't worry.
That's everything all together. All together.
No, but when you say
You know when
when
you're climbing a staircase, you take it one step at a time.
But reproductive
So,
rights.
reproductive rights.
That's why I
so
asked
abortion is
In
like.
what contest? I asked the question.
That's why I said let's
it was
bring it
generally
down
about life.
to reproductive rights.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And,
we're there already. Okay, reproductive rights. I would say religion, because generally, our life we live, we are expected to live according to the will of God.
Shame.
Yes,
What about atheists? People that don't believe. quote
that's what I'm
unquote, in
saying.
God.
Like, I know there are different religions. I'm saying this based on my religion. That is why it is my own perspective. Do you understand? I'm not generalizing it. I'm saying it based on my own opinion. So as a Christian, the way I was being brought up, abortion is the same.
Okay.
Is you killing someone.
Wow.
So are you trying to say it's normal
You went
to
from
kill?
a 0 to a 100.
Like straight up.
No. I'm not. No.
The child is officially going to
It's
grow
not
up
a
and
child
become
yet.
someone.
It is not a child
Fetus,
yet.
zygote,
It
blood,
is just blood.
whatever
It is not a child yet.
blood,
Yeah.
No.
It is not a child
zygote,
yet.
In this case,
whatever
I will
it
leave-
is,
I
it's
will
going to
leave
grow
to
up
her.
and become human.
In as much
So
as
that
she went
is
from
cutting
a
off the
0,
roots of an existence.
Yeah.
Like before the plant even grew, you already cut it off.
Hold on.
feel good
Okay,
for
let me
doing
use
that.
your analogy. Let me use an analogy. If you see that this plant is going to grow, is going to germinate here, and probably one day the branch is going to fall off and destroy your building, would you rather leave the plant?
Are you
to
not
keep-
bringing in sciences into
I mean, that's where I base
and
my.
no, that's quite different because
Okay.
in pregnancy, I think now we are going a bit. In pregnancy, you have what's it called? What's the name of that English again? Is it ectopic
pregnancies, yeah.
So that's what you were saying. And ectopic pregnancy is quite different. It's quite different because it gets to a certain point before you are advised to abort.
Take it off. Yeah.
And the reason why you are advised to abort is if you decide to carry the pregnancy with the ectopic baby in that state, or either you lose your life or your womb.
Most cases.
Exactly. So at that point, the doctor is advising that okay, this is the best option which you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it is. So that's where okay now
That's
going
excuse.
back to the initial question, we had three options: religion, experience, science. So in this case, whoever the person is, in quote or out of quote, had to go with sciences. And in most cases, ectopic pregnancies are not in the first trimester.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, it's literally in the second trimester, and at that point they have no other option than just to have an induced abortion.
I have a little question for her anyways. You said abortion is quote unquote a sin. I know why I'm using quote unquote though, because I mean they are unbelievers, right? So what do you say? Should that be like a yardstick to measure? Should that be like something we have to hold on to, because Nigeria is a religious country, there are like religions, but should we now undermine the people who are not practicing these so-called religions?
Okay.
Should we judge them for not practicing this religion and thinking we should make this thing legal? Let us give everybody the opportunity to do whatever. I'm heavy on pro-choice, right?
Okay.
You have to do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it.
Calm down.
Sorry, let me attack her.
No, wait, let me not. I don't want to forget. Wait, the question is for me. Just calm down. Okay, so I'm going to clarify. I just want to clear the air.
Okay.
I'm not saying we are judging whoever is doing abortion. That's number one.
You said it's a sin. That's passing judgment now.
No. I'm not God.
When you say something is wrong,
No,
it means you're condemning it.
Bro, calm down.
Okay, I'm down.
Calm down, okay? No, I am telling you this. This is how I was brought up.
Okay.
This is my belief. I'll keep hammering on the fact that it is my belief.
Mm-hmm.
I see it as something that is wrong. But if you do it, it is your choice.
Fine.
Now, the truth is, my choice, the choices I make, I am responsible for every action I make. You are responsible for all your actions. Every other person in this room is responsible for all their actions.
But in Nigeria, it's illegal to abort.
Calm down. Do you understand? I'm still answering your question. Do you get? And how many land before you bury me, so I don't forget the answer for your question. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm not judging anyone.
Okay.
Now, the truth is, we have different religions. In Christian religion, they said sex is sin.
I was going there.
Premarital sex.
Yes,
Premarital,
it's sin.
Okay.
But we still do it.
Is it good?
No, calm down.
So wait, now wait.
It's a choice.
Talking about it being good, right? Now that is why there are different means, or there are different. Now we've turned this into sex education.
You're
now.
not letting me
So I'm so sorry. There are different. You have condoms, right?
Yes.
There are condoms.
So we have condoms.
There are
We have
after morning
pills.
Yeah.
Yes. We have birth control pills.
There are other methods. There is IUD for those who go on IUD. I know people who are actually not married, but they have IUD.
Yes.
So now my point is, there are different measures to prevent pregnancy. So why don't you use the different measures if at all you want to fornicate?
Okay, so
Yeah, that's the right word. Fornication.
so when those
Do you
your
understand?
measures fails,
So
you've
what
taken the
is-
necessary measures.
what-
You've used condoms.
I
You've
mentioned
used morning
three-
after pills.
I mentioned 3 different
Mhm.
measures, and the safest for a lady with a with 99.9%, if I'm not mistaken, is IUD.
Yeah, that's the plant.
That's the plan.
Chip.
99.9%.
Agree.
I mean, it has its own side effect now. It has to.
Even pills have
their own side effects.
I feel like at this point, condoms are like safer.
No, nothing is safe.
Condom is actually safer at this point.
No one is safe. No one is
maybe
safe.
20 years
Just choose your
ago,
poison.
you would have said condom.
You
is
guys was
safer.
safe.
But as of
not
now, it is not, because everything has dropped. Quality of things have actually dropped.
Okay.
That's why you have.
So IUD as at now is still the safest. So the point is, there are different measures to use to prevent pregnancy. So why don't you make use of these measures? Some people tell you, oh, it is sweeter raw. Hello.
Hi.
So if it's sweet and raw, then you be ready to get pregnant.
Then
And the
if
truth
it is
is-
exactly, get ready for the consequences.
You get. And the truth is,
My own is you cannot do all 3. You listed 3 at least.
Yeah.
You can't do all 3 at the same time.
Or not-
So let's take, for instance, you're using morning after pills, right? Yeah, because you're in a safe relationship, quote unquote. And then your morning after pills fails. And you're not ready. Both the man and the woman are not ready to be parents. What should they do?
it's their choice.
Did you guys hear of the story of the hold on, let me now bust your head here. Did you hear of the story of the woman that died because of
Husband could not
500k?
raise
Do you get now?
500,000
There are other things you need to put in place here when you want to, like, you're not ready for a child yet. They're not financially ready yet. So because they're not financially ready to be parents at that point, and they are married, so they should now start using condoms and the rest of all
So
those
now
things.
you are bringing in marriage into it. Now
It's a
so
broad-
wait,
it's a-
no, you use the word marriage. I'm only going to answer based on what you just said.
Okay.
So now, if I'm getting married today and I feel I do not have the financial capability of training a child, it goes back to what I have said before. There are different family planning measures to be used. If it will cost me my savings at that time to do an IUD transplant, I will do that, because at that point, I am actually probably saving my unborn child from coming to suffer in poverty.
If your IUD fails, uncle.
Can I
Like I
ask-
said,
can I-
99.9%.
I'm
It is in rare. It is in rare
I'm
cases.
holding myself.
Sorry,
Not to say something. Yes, but I have a question to ask.
Oh yeah, ask your question.
yeah.
If you know you are not financially capable to have a child, why
your
are you
legs.
getting married? Number one.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're very, very.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Let's
point.
no,
No, wait,
let's
chill,
assume.
just wait.
Okay.
Just wait. Number one, it has to be both sides. I don't believe in it's only the man that's supposed to have money. No. I believe in both people can have money. We are humans. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But it does not mean you shouldn't take responsibility as a man. Do
What
you get?
about
Now
situations
chill.
where
You are cutting me off.
oh sorry.
It's
Sorry.
So let me land before you ask me question, please. Okay. Now, where the situation whereby the man is not that financially stable, the lady is not that financially stable, and you love yourself, why not stay single until you are get ready to take care of each other? But this one, you didn't stay single. You decided to bring yourself together, and then want to now bring an innocent person to come and join your sufferness.
Easy.
And then you want me to come and give you an excuse.
sip orange juice.
And then you want me to give you an excuse for aborting. Number one. You want me to give you excuse for aborting. Number one. Number two. It's the highest level of irresponsibility for a man to have a wife in the house and he cannot provide 500,000 for her.
Wait,
She lives her life.
if I understand
You said
right,
it.
you say poor people
It's
should
actually
not
the
get
Bible.
married. If you're poor, don't get married. You
If
are
you want to get married, no, I'm not saying. Do you
That's the
understand?
point you're making.
No, I think
Poor people
no.
don't deserve to
That
be
is-
married.
That is not what she's saying.
Okay.
The poor gets married, right? Now everything boils down to planning. Do you
Planning.
understand? It's all planning. Now, before the poor man walks down the aisle, or he would have planned for that day. Now, I'm not saying things do not happen. Do you get? I'm not saying they're not unforeseen circumstances, right? There are unforeseen circumstances that happen that, of course, you cannot handle, or you cannot. What's the English now? That you do not plan for. But in the case of that man and his wife, give or take, he had at least 32 weeks to actually plan. But what did they do? Now it's still now. So with what I want to say now, as it brings it down to financial freedom, I'm an advocate of a lady. Do you get? Even if it is akara you sell, do you get? Do it.
With your integrity.
I'm telling you.
Full
because
chest.
if the woman had something she was doing, I'm pretty sure she would have probably joined the man in saving the £500,000 they were looking for her to do. If it was CS or whatever the doctor says she actually had to do. So if you know that financially you are not there to bring in a child, so why do you want to bring a child?
Now,
So come and
will
talk
you
to Halima
agree-
Jimmy under
wait,
the
now, will
under
you
the
agree
bridge.
with me that if they had aborted that pregnancy at the earliest stage, because now we don't know the history of their marriage, it's very possible that they were okay before they got married because they have kids. I think they had like two children at the time of that pregnancy. Yeah. So we don't even know if there were like situations that turned the tide for them. Yeah. And now they are now broke. They cannot afford
Ask the
it.
question because I'm
And she's
eagerly
now
waiting.
pregnant.
So now this is what I
Don't
would
you
say.
think
Government
it is okay?
has actually failed Yes.
No.
Let's not
Wait,
even blame
I
the
know why.
government.
No,
Things that we can
girl.
do
So that you guys,
Calm
yes,
down.
do you
Calm
understand?
Now,
things
people of God,
Okay,
calm your blood.
No.
Calm your blood.
Okay.
I'm calm. I'm calm. Let me hear what you have to
When
say.
I say I feel government has failed is, what is our medical health care like?
Don't go there, please.
Oh,
I'm not
please.
I'm not even going to
Can I
blame
say
the
something? Can I say
government
something
for-
about what she said? Can I say
Okay.
something about what she said?
Right on.
Now you were saying they had kids
Yeah, they
before
do
that
have-
one
they
came.
do, they do.
Why are they married? They're married because they wanted to be together and procreate. I guess that is why they are married, Abby.
Possibly.
So she's now pregnant.
And they see that they are no longer financially capable.
No, nobody plans financial capability. Even you that seated here, you don't plan it. You might have all you want to have today. Tomorrow something happens. No one plans it.
Yeah, and then when
So
that something happens, what should she do?
You cannot say that she is legally married.
So
You don't say because my money today I'm heavily pregnant.
No,
and
I'm not-
wait, yo, I want to have because I'm heavily pregnant. 8 months into pregnancy, something happened. My husband lost his job, and then things became.
that is
Yo,
not what I'm saying.
chill
That
now.
is not what I'm
No,
saying.
wait,
That
calm
is
down,
not
calm
what
down,
I'm
calm down,
saying.
calm down. Please allow me
But
talk.
that is not what I'm saying.
Allow me. I'm trying to create a scenario. Okay,
Okay.
let's say 5 months into pregnancy.
5 months is too late. I'm against abortion. At 5
Chill,
months
calm down.
That's death penalty.
It
Yeah.
can still be aborted.
No, that's
but
death.
I know,
not safe.
I know it's
not
risky.
safe.
I know it's risky, but I'm going to use that as an example. Let's say I'm married, and then I have all the finances I want to have because I am definitely going to be an independent lady. Do you get? My husband has everything. We're not praying for it, but it's an unforeseen circumstance. No one is prepared for it, and then we went bankrupt. 5 months into pregnancy, are you saying I should abort? No. I have how many months to prepare? 4 months.
You still have
I
other children to take care
Chill.
of.
And so
Okay.
I made the decision to bring that one into the world. So I should take. The truth is, so many of us are not ready to take responsibility.
True.
I mean, it's a form of
Chill,
responsibility.
no.
It's a form of being responsible.
Chill.
No, it's actually being responsible. If you,
It depends on the context you are using it. It is responsible in in another context. Another context it is irresponsible.
Is if it's an ectopic pregnancy. Any
You are
other
telling me.
reason apart from ectopic pregnancy is irresponsibility. Because
let me scatter the table.
Oh,
What
yeah,
about
scatter
girls
it.
that were raped?
now that is
Who be this girl? Where did you guys get this girl from?
What are you saying? Yes, now.
You are just
Should we
you are just cutting
rule it
branch-
out?
Wait.
We're
You're not-
looking at,
wait,
no, we're looking
let-
at the broader picture here, making
You're not even
abortion
making
legal.
sense.
No.
No. We are trying to land. Before we land, you have got another branch.
Yes,
Before we
because
land, you have got another.
it's that vast.
We are not
it's
making
that
points.
vast.
We are not
Okay,
making
so wait,
points. Let's
wait,
land.
wait.
Fast.
Okay, so since you want
We're not
us
even done tackling
calm
this
down,
one.
oh, yeah.
We want to bring
Let's all
another
drop
rape.
it. Oh yeah, drop your own. too.
Rape
So
where?
since you want it to be vast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's
No.
start by giving examples of circumstances. That is, now we have one ectopic
Pregnancy, one.
You have rape.
Rape victims.
Oh yeah, name. What again?
Other?
People that are not
Since
just
you
mentally capable. Because I mean, there are a lot of children that their parents are neglecting mentally, physically, emotionally. There are reasons why people cannot be ready to have children.
No, yeah, actually, you are taking it off.
Do you understand?
Wait.
They are
we
not
said
ready.
rape,
They are
and
not
rape.
ready.
We spoke about ectopic pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
Now rape. Now, what other reason do you feel that abortion should be considered apart from these two?
Not being ready
Not being ready. That is
to
your,
be a parent.
That is your decision, irresponsibility.
So because I am not ready to be a parent, I should abstain.
All you do, you
abstaining.
use preventive measure.
my phone
Preventive measure. If you
with
cannot
my
abstain.
Wait, I think growing up as a child, I don't know if it is gold circle. They used to say it.
Yes,
abstinence is key.
It's key.
It's key.
This is something that we have been learning since our childhood. So,
Yes,
so
morals.
don't let us. She said, don't let us beat the bush around.
Yes.
The only two reasons, in all fairness, you brought up a second reason why I think I would allow abortion, right? Is ectopic pregnancy and rape. Apart from these two, there's no other moral justification reason why one should abort. But as far as I'm concerned, I stand to be corrected.
Are
Now
these
we-
two reasons enough?
Now I'm going to say something.
They are reasons
Now I'm
enough.
going to
So
say
why are we not
something.
considering
Now can
them?
I say something?
Say.
Can I say something?
Say.
I think a lot of us, myself inclusive, a lot of us are shying away from responsibility. Number one, that's what I want to say. Because the truth is, if you are a responsible person, you think about your actions even before you go into it. What am I going to do? If I'm doing this, let's say this is an action I want to make or I want to take, I'll ask myself, what is the positive and the negative repercussion of this action? Do you get? Then if I'm diving into this action, this decision, I know that, okay, the negative effect, I'm ready for the repercussion. The positive effect, I'm ready
for the
So when it
repercussion.
comes, with my full chest, I take responsibility.
when-
But when you are not ready to take responsibility for anything, the next thing is you are looking for who to push the blame on.
Nobody's
And that
pushing the
is
blame
sad.
on anybody.
It's very sad.
You're actually taking responsibility of
It's
your
very sad.
action, and you're trying to prevent something that might in turn make you. I mean, there's a popular saying, "Had I know," is the last comment of
Let
a
me ask
fool.
you a question.
Don't
No,
ask me.
no. I'm going to ask you a very normal question, right?
Okay.
Assume you are a mother
Okay.
and you have a child who is 18 years old and the girl gets pregnant, right?
Okay.
As a mother who probably has a Christian, well, let's even leave
Let's
Christianity
leave
out
religion.
of this.
Okay,
Let's just
let's
leave
leave
religion
Let's
out of
leave
it.
religion out of this. But
Okay.
with the moral upbringing, I use the
As
word
a mother,
moral,
you have.
that you have, what will you do?
So my 18-year-old.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, she's an adult. It's her decision.
You are her mother.
Yeah.
She's still under.
She's still under me.
Wow.
It's her decision. It's
Wow.
her decision. Whatever she decides,
Wow.
pro-choice. Whatever she
So
decides.
if she comes,
Did she come to me when she was about to go have sex without protection?
Did you give her education?
I did my best. I probably did.
You
I
probably
yeah.
did.
Did
Then
I
you
give her?
then-
No, let me ask the person making the scenario. Did I give her sex education?
Now, can I say something to you? Can I say something
it's your
to
work
you?
to have given
See,
her, right?
I
I
am
am
a mother.
I
It's your
had already
responsibility.
given her the sex education,
Uh-huh.
and now she went ahead.
Mhm.
She had the sex.
Yes.
It
Back
failed. She got pregnant,
Uh-huh.
and she came to me.
Mhm.
So as a
I will
mother,
ask you, what do you
so-
want
no,
to do? Is the guy ready to take responsibility?
Thank you. You said everything. Is the girl ready
Yes.
to take responsibility?
Yes.
And when you
is
say,
she
and when you
ready?
say,
Is she
wait
ready
now,
as well?
And when you say take responsibility, expatiate on that.
Is the guy ready? One, I'm going to be considering financially. Because
First of all,
that is like number one key point. Mentally, is he okay?
18-year-old child.
Yes, she's an adult. It is legal. She can go to jail. So it is legal.
I'm not saying it's not
Hold
legal.
on, let me finish. Secondly, mentally, emotionally, because I wouldn't want my child to go into something that she's not even ready for. And this question I'm asking I'm asking both parties, the boy and the girl, being my daughter. Now, if at any point one of them is falling short, I will give my advice. Both of you are
Now,
not
if
ready.
this girl happens
Go
to
and
be,
do something
if
about
your-
it.
if this girl happens to be your only child,
What, are you trying to say that abortion kills? Let's not.
I'm just
make her
asking
cover
it's
glasses
just a
first.
question.
Make her they see your face. What,
It's
like,
just a
what are we?
question.
What are we?
Question you
What
just
are we?
asked.
What are we even arguing?
Can I air out my
Yeah, why not?
opinion?
If not,
First of all, 18-year-old child.
18
I am a mother.
person. Don't call them a child.
I am
they're
a
still
child.
So
I am
far
a
they are-
child.
so far
They
are
can go
under
to
your
jail.
roof.
Hello, I
So
am
far
a
they are
child.
under your roof
How
as
old
a
am I?
mother.
Okay,
They're
okay,
a child.
I am a child.
Fair enough.
And I'm not
That
even
is
under my
fair.
parents' roof anymore. And I'm still a child. They still call me child.
If you commit crime, you will do jail.
Yes,
Okay.
but I'm still a child.
You're not a child.
Talk more of an
in the
18-year-old.
eyes of the law.
No, forget about the law and the law.
Okay.
You're a child, you're a child. Even 60 years is a child. It's not a person born now. Now my mama they tell me say na pikin I be, so you don't go kill me, I don't kill my mama.
100.
Do you get? So you're a child. As a mother who has morals, what morals did you inculcate in your child in the first place that made your child get pregnant? Number one.
Is it the mother's fault that the child got pregnant?
No, it's not the mother's choice.
Okay.
Choice.
I like
It's
that
not the
one.
mother's
That counts.
fault, but it's a question I asked. Okay, now let's say the child has a mind of her own and then she got pregnant. Did you teach your child responsibility?
You
Now
know,
for every now you know this life. You see the way this life is, yeah. You see this life. One thing about life that is certain is a fact is any action you do, there is a consequence for it. If you hit this table, the table is not human. It's a non-living thing. It's either the table pull away from you or it comes to you. Now that is the repercussion you get for your action, even though it's not a human being. Now you have to, as a moral mother, as a mother who has morals, you teach your child repercussions, punishments. And that's why when we're growing up, our parents always gave us punishment for our actions, so that we know that thing we did was wrong. Okay. Now, as an 18-year-old mother, me, as a like this, so if I get my picking 18-year-old, you go carry belle.
I got to beat
now,
you.
mother would no, I don't beat you.
If you beat her,
no, I'm not beating you.
The pregnancy stage.
I am not beating you, but whether the man has money or
the pregnancy.
Calm down, let me finish telling you.
I'll take care of the child. You can go back to what you want to do.
But it is your punishment. That pregnancy will stay.
It will stay.
So in life, when you want to make decision next time, you will think about it. Because when you do that, you are spoiling that child. You are spoiling that child. You are spoiling that child. My mama no spoil me. You see me like this? My mama no spoil me. So I'm not saying I will spoil anybody, any pikin.
These are the issues. That is why our generation is so fucked up. We have a lot of quote and unquote 18-year-old mothers who are not mentally, emotionally ready to be parents. And then parenthood is being forced down their throats.
I said something.
See.
Sorry, I said something. The pregnancy stays. I will take care of the child. If it is school the child wants to go to, let the child go back to school.
But you will learn your lesson.
But the child has to learn.
You will learn.
That way.
So what is the lesson there? She just push the baby out and then you're being a mother.
The lesson is. Why are you talking as if you're not a lady?
For every action you take, there is a repercussion.
Yes.
Okay.
So in as much, and it could be negative
or positive. So be ready.
But the decision to be made that will make it negative or positive has to be taken.
Yes.
So you must understand that when you do certain things, it's not just only you.
Yes.
There are other people involved.
Yeah.
So why can't you just save these other people the whole stress of gathering village meetings? Your daughter said she's not ready.
Did you think about it before you
The boy said he's not ready.
So you are now
can't they just have peace of mind?
You are making that child become irresponsible. And then she keeps aborting. And at the end of the day, she gets married and then you are going to prayer house.
Let's call it spade a spade.
You get. So you start saying your village people are affecting you from where what something you know you could avoid. I always tell my friends something. Anything you know you can avoid
it.
Anything you know you have the power to control before it gets out of hands and you cannot control it. Curtail it.
Exactly.
It can be.
Before we talk with the other questions to be answered. Now, do you believe a woman should have full control over her reproductive choices?
Is that a question?
It's a question.
You call it her.
Not me ask question now.
No, I want to ask now. Did you say? I beg, pour for me because this question not like this. If that's if I'm going to drink, because I don't understand.
You want
me and my reproductive. You won't call. Okay, yes. Let's say okay. Maybe this is a case where they are married.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I wanted to point that out.
If it's a case where I am married and my reproductive, it's you are suggesting. You're subjected to just suggest. Now, what kind of decision am I making about?
We are Nigerians, so don't forget to. Once you're married, they don't buy you. I mean, quote and unquote, you are being bought. They paid for it.
No,
sorry, wait.
Don't use that offensive word.
That's why I said quote and unquote.
They paid.
They paid.
That's your dowry.
Wait, calm down.
They don't buy you.
Wait.
How much?
Even if they paid, not in full, but in full. The thing is, I would say yes, because there are things that women go through that I would say all a man can do or will do just to say, oh babe, sorry. Now let's bring it home.
Okay.
You have PCOS.
Okay.
You have fibroid. Now you cannot tell me that a woman is probably having any of these things going on in her life and you expect her to listen or to what's the English now? Oh, my husband said I must whatever this. Oh, I will do this. Hell no. It is at that point, it is your choice. If at that point your gynecologist is telling you that you cannot take in at this point and you know why you cannot take in, would you say, okay, you want to take him because
my
you
husband
want
say I
to
should take him.
satisfy a man?
If it is detrimental to the health,
See, please, this question, people should give me a scenario.
Because
I
nothing is wrong with this woman. Let us assume nothing is wrong with the woman.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't just want to have children yet, right? Nothing is wrong with her, and she's married. Let's not forget that her husband married her. So are you saying she, on her own, without the consent of her husband, can decide that she doesn't want to have children?
Who is carrying the child? Is the first question I'm asking.
The woman, of course.
For how many months?
9. Why?
Where's the man?
In the house, doing whatever he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it his stomach that the baby is growing?
No, obviously.
Okay. You can only say, baby, I want to have children, and then I will say yes or no. I am the one carrying
Well,
it.
I mean, you're married. Why are you in the marriage? Why are you in the marriage in the first place?
I am in the marriage.
Why did you
Wait.
say you do in the at the altar?
Chill. There's what they call agreement before marriage. Every marriage, everybody, even my mama and my papa, before they marry, they spoke about it.
Yeah, they have talked about it.
Chill. That's why I said, give me a scenario.
And I've given
And you gave me a scenario. Now I am answering you. You allow me answer.
Oh yeah,
I've told you.
Oh yeah, answer.
answer.
Do you get? Because I'm trying to think about the possible reasons why you should say what you said. And then I said, okay, paint a scenario. And you did. Do you get? I am the one carrying the child. First of all, before we got married, we spoke about children.
100.
How many kids do we want to have?
100.
Let's say we said 2. What's the spacing? We said it. Okay. At how many years into the marriage are you comfortable to give birth? That's the question a responsible man should ask. Do you get? At how many years into the marriage do you think we are ready to have? Because the truth is, it is a we thing. It is not just one
Are you
person.
going
I
to
agree
also
with
be
you.
considering that?
Chill now, let me talk now. I'll go stone this girl. Okay, so I was asking you a question. Who's carrying the pregnancy? You said the lady, yeah? Who's taking care of the kid when the child comes? The lady. So she has that right to say whether she's ready or not. It is not her fault that he didn't get married early. Because there are some men who will say, because I didn't marry early, so there's no time on my side, come and get... No. If she's not ready, she's not ready. She has every right to make decision for herself. Because it is her burden. Have you not heard about some women who will give birth and don't want to carry their child? You get? Why? Because she wasn't ready. There are a lot of people who will give birth and want to... You see them hating the child. Why? Because they weren't ready. Now, that man, is he going through that trauma with her? No. He might not even notice she has that trauma. All he will be doing is complaining. This child is doing this child is doing that. He doesn't know her fights and her struggles. Wait. He doesn't know her fights and her struggles. So the least he can do is to give her that honor to make choice for herself. Some period. Thank you. You cannot ask another question.
She's scared of something she's yet to experience.
She is not scared. She is not ready.
In context to postpartum depression.
That's not scared.
She's not
Oh,
even
my
sure
sister,
if
you
she's
never
going
born.
to-
Now
I
why?
never born.
Now why?
But she's
I
not
never
even-
born too, but
She's not
no,
even
don't be
sure
like
if
that.
she's going to experience it. I mean, it's not the same for every woman.
Yes.
Not be everybody when born. They
Not be everybody they do am.
So why
Yes.
is she scared?
She's not
I
scared.
mean, marriage is a two-way
I am
thing
not.
here.
I'm not
Hold
saying
on.
she's scared.
Chill. Marriage is a two-way thing.
Mhm.
It has to be the man and the woman coming together. If there's no agreement, then there's no even point to be married, right? If you as a woman are not being considerate, I gave you a point. I was like, what about the man's age declining, right? His fertility is also declining as well, same as the woman.
Mhm.
Right. So now what do you do in that context? The man's age is already declining. Now you're saying it's not your fault that he did not get married on time. But you are his wife. Are you going into a loveless marriage where you don't even care?
It is. That is why you still come back to. I made that point already before. Communication. Before they marry, they go don't communicate. See, before they marry, this is what I want. I want to give birth immediately. I'm getting married. Is it okay for you? That's why they say they have many fishes in the river. Do you understand?
So
That's what they are saying. If she's not okay, the truth is nobody should. And then you made another point again. I was going to say something about it. Let me not forget that. Let me just quickly say something about that before I go somewhere else. You were saying something about her being scared. That's my dear. Post-pregnant,
Postpartum depression.
Thank you. PPD. Abi, I'm going to say PPD. Yes. So that thing, no one knows how it comes. Nobody is scared of anything. It just happens. Some people just right. Okay, I have a neighbor. When she was pregnant, she's a very fair, beautiful lady. But when she was pregnant, she started having insecurities, like her body started changing. She was not like, I know fine again, I know do this one again. We had to start helping her, telling her, no, you are beautiful, you are this. Now, someone like that has lost confidence in herself.
If you don't want to, don't just get married.
Sit up.
Yes, now. Yes. I mean, yes.
Why?
Why are you going into a marriage with somebody that wants to have a child?
You said if you don't want to have children.
With somebody that wants to have a child.
If you don't want to have children,
Don't
get married.
Yeah.
Right? But how would I put this question now?
Based on the other conversation.
Exactly.
No, this is a different This is a different
My sister,
Chill. This is a different content. That's why I said
I wonder when she talks sometimes. I don't know
if you don't want
are
to
you
have
the other
children
person
and
who
you're
talks this
getting
kind
married to
of
somebody that wants to have children, then why are you getting married to that person?
That is why they communicate before they go married.
And after the whole communication, now
Agreement.
She's now being insecure of how her body looks, right? But then you know that these things can happen. And then you're blaming the man. It's not the man's fault.
Who said they are blaming the man?
Okay, so for me,
I say when you are not ready for it, you're not ready.
For me, I'll say it's actually quite very, very tricky.
It's okay.
Now, tricky in the sense that there are things a woman goes through normally before she even takes in, or before she even thought of getting married. So in terms of during your ovulation days, your period, your what's the other one? Is it your good days? What's that?
Just your hormonal whatever.
Your safe days. Thank you. Yes, your safe days and all of that. I don't know how true this is, but I've heard this before. But there's this people say the way you act when you are on your period says a lot on how you would act when you are pregnant. I've never been pregnant before, so I really cannot tell if that is true or not. It's just a saying that has been said. Now, I said it is quite tricky. It is quite tricky because as a lady, I said something earlier about fibroid and PCOS shenanigans.
Yeah.
If a lady has probably a PCOS or fibroid, there are do's and there are don'ts. In as much as the man is itchy to have a child, but at that point, are you considering her mental health at that point in time?
Okay.
So there's a whole lot when it comes to reproductive choices that I feel men need to be enlightened about. It's not just all about, oh, I'm married, in 9 months time come visiting, it's a boy and girl. Nah, I think we've gone past that.
Yes.
that whole level of, oh, in 9 months time there's a whole lot women go through. Now let's bring it, I'll not say bring it home, but let's talk about what's her name, this babe that acted Blood Sisters.
Yeah. I think.
Ini. I think sometime last year, Ini came out to do a campaign on fibroid and then PCOS. Reason being that I think after she got married, she actually realized that she had fibroid or she has PCOS, right? Now at that point, do you think she could control her reproductive choices when she found out that?
She can. She should. She should be able to.
I love the fact you said she should. But do you think her husband can help her control it?
Nobody is giving the man the power.
No, wait. Let's answer. Is it yes or no?
No. You
It's
can't
a
be
yes.
asking. You can't be asking me. You cannot be asking me certain questions. And expecting a straightforward answer.
The truth is,
The man should. I'm not saying the man should control. Don't get me wrong. I'm never saying the man should control. All I'm saying is that the woman should not have sole control. Do you understand?
That's why I still maintain my stand that it is a bit tricky, because there's a whole lot to consider. Yes, communication is actually very, very key.
Yeah.
She has hammered on communication, but at the same time, it is my body,
Do you get?
so I should have a say on what I want for my body.
Yeah, you
Can I
should.
ask you a question? So, do you believe a man should have a full control over his reproductive choices, just like you've asked for the woman? I want you to answer that question for me.
I'm saying if they are married,
Mm.
nobody has full control. That is what I believe in.
So why is the
Because-
lady's own different?
I never said the woman should have full control.
you said
That's the last question. Wait.
Hold on.
What are the reproductive choices of a man, sir?
No, wait, first. Now she's gonna answer this. You're acting like her. No, you're acting. Let her answer the question. Does a man have a full control over his reproductive? Does he have a full control over
Then
it?
he can decide to not donate that particular sperm that he's donating.
My
I mean,
sister,
that's
answer
it,
yes
that's
or
it.
no is the answer I want for my question.
Like I said before.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm still going to
I'll
say
say it's
it
tricky.
again.
I
I
still
think
maintain it's
you
tricky.
saying it's tricky. It's kind of like you're
See, let's
shifting
call a
towards-
spade a spade.
You're shifting towards
See,
my
let's
side,
call a
right?
spade a spade.
Because
Let's
I'm
hit
saying-
the
hold on,
nail
let
at
me
the
finish. Let me finish. I'm saying if you are married, you cannot be married and say you want to have full control of just you. For goodness sake, the moment you decide to be married, you're giving up a few of those control. Right? You should be able to give it up. If you are not ready to give it up, then don't even go into that marriage in the first place. And that is my argument. That is where I'm arguing. I'm not saying a woman should not control her choices of her body, right? But the man too should have a say. That is what I've been saying here since.
No.
That is what
You
I've
said
been
they
saying.
already paid her. No, wait.
No. I said
You already said they already paid for her, so she does not have control.
That is not what I said. You're not understanding that. I said something and you're understanding it another way around.
No, don't cover your face. Don't do
But that is not what I've been saying
Don't
here.
do Don't cover your face.
Listen.
What did she say?
They've paid in full. Yes, you've given up a part of your control. Yes. When you stay in your mama house, if they talk, say, hey, you know want to, you still get your right. But the moment you're getting married,
Well,
give up
we
that
have disagreed
control.
to agreed. To
Well,
agree.
I still
We
maintain
disagreed
the
to
fact
agree. Because you have come back to
you're
join us.
not supposed.
I
I am saying she has the choice.
It is very, very tricky. It is tricky.
It is
in the
her body,
sense
so she can
that
make the choice or
in
not.
as much as it is her body, she knows what she has gone
Yes,
through.
she knows
knows
it.
what she is going to
All
go
things
through.
being
So it is
And
her
equal.
she
place.
has an idea of what she
She's
will
going
go through.
All things being
So I
equal,
feel-
nothing is wrong with this woman. She does not have fibroids, she does not have PCOS, she's okay. All things being equal.
So she should
That's-
she have
wait,
choice?
that is why
Should she
they
make
are-
choice for herself, or her husband should be the one making the choice for
Nobody
her?
say nobody, everybody should. No, even as an adult, nobody should be making choices for you. But the moment you decide to get married,
Okay.
be ready
Mhm.
to accept someone else's opinion, someone else's
That's what I said.
choices.
I said suggestion. If he's going to say anything, it's going to be a suggestion, and that's an opinion. But it does not mean you're having full control. That's what I said.
Okay, what if your husband?
You don't go again.
Okay, no.
Later now you go say no talk am.
I'm not go ask this question.
No, you don't dey go again. Later now you go say you no talk
Because
am.
that question I was
Do you get?
actually quite tricky, and I'm going to shoot myself in the face.
You shut yourself. You shut yourself several times.
Okay, so let's wait.
Me, I don't go.
Let's see. So the last of you should that's one way all of us go fight, Joy. So should abortion be legal in Nigeria?
Simple answer, yes. If you vote yes, say aye.
Okay, so I would say yes and no. And I'm going to start by defending my points with yes. Okay, why I said yes is, number one, Nigeria economy is nothing to write home about. As at 2015, right? The last census was what?
2006.
2006, thank you. The population of Nigeria was over 237 million people. Now, if you check it now, it should have gone higher than 237 million people. Do you get? So, the economy is nothing to write home about. There is no money anywhere. People are hungry. People cannot In fact, the young people we have not gotten jobs. So me, I would say yes to that aspect for abortion. It should be legalized. But even if it's going to be legalized, there should be an age bracket. If you've not gotten to so age, no abortion. No clinic is selling any abortion pills. No abortion is going to take place. And I'm going to say why I said no. Why I said no is because this is Nigeria. Abuse is inevitable. If they say they want to legalize abortion today, hey, the rates at which fornication. Before people were doing it with caution because they were having the fear of no fear about bad as a bad rich. At least you get, I will close legs more, I will use condom, I will use, so you don't have the high rate of fornication, and at least people are still doing it with shame. But if they legalize it, no shame again. My Nigerian people, they will sit there and you will see. Now you will start seeing 5-month-old children in Ebola.
What's Bola? What's Bola?
Dustbin.
Oh, okay.
5-month-old pregnant, that's like
You will see some people use hanger.
But they are doing all those ones.
They are doing, and it's not legal, but they are doing all those things already.
That is not.
So imagine that it's legal. So imagine that it's legal.
Yeah, and I'm supporting it to be legal under a controlled system.
Our system is not working.
They can.
How? As in,
What am I speaking?
what's working? What's this working system there?
Is a no.
Is it no?
Okay.
I beg.
It's a
In
no.
fact, there's no
And
yes.
I think instead we should hammer.
Hammer.
We should hammer more on family
Planning. Yes.
if you ask me.
Family planning.
Even for those who fornicate. Yes. So last time I went to see my gynecologist, right? This happened here. And the people that were with my gynae before me, apparently they were not married.
Mm.
They were actually there as a them a couple of years back. They were in a relationship. But what the babe did, mad me. She was actually on an IUD.
Someone who loves herself.
She was. I know of someone very, very close to me, who till now is not married. She's literally way older than me. I knew when she removed her IUD.
Yes.
So as far as I'm concerned, I would say no to legalizing abortion. Instead, we should preach more on family planning.
I agree
The
with
use
you.
of IUDs, the use of
Birth
what's
control
that one they
pills.
put on the hand? Not even birth control pill, because birth control pills is not 100% or 99%
Sure.
effective.
Yeah.
We should look for things that are highly effective and used. I remember I said this a couple of years back in Queen's College when I give them a talk about abstinence and all of that. There's a level to which one's parents or one's guardians will preach abstinence.
True.
All the moral and everything that they have embedded on you.
So
After
level
a
two.
certain age or a certain level, it's now for you to go forth into the world and know if what they taught you know how to actually put it into play.
Mm-hmm.
I think where we are right now, we should hammer more on family planning or sex education. In fact, I feel that our sex education talk in this country is zero because people do not actually throw light on sex education. Instead, they will tell you if a boy touches you, you get
So wrong.
pregnant. Hell no. I
So
thought
my mom
it's
told
actually
me too.
it's actually high time.
Same thing.
It's actually high time we actually buttress the point on family planning. And when I say family planning, I don't need to be married before I start family planning. So far, I'm actively involved with you as a guy, and I know that I'm not ready to get it. I'm not ready to take in. And if you're ready to do it, I won't take that word because it's going to. But you censor it, right? Raw. If you're gonna do it raw, then it's my body. I must be able to take some measures. Because we have so many fucked boys these days. If you tell them I'm pregnant, next thing they will tell you is about it. Or next thing they will do is block you.
Yes, they will even run
as a
away.
babe.
And if the tables were turned, would they
So I would not say yes to abortion. Instead,
Love yourself. That's just the
I would
truth.
say yes to family planning. That's it.
Period.
Should abortion be legal
I said
in
no.
Nigeria?
No.
But yes, family planning.
Now, on a broader picture, on a broader context, I'm saying yes because I mean, life is not white and black.
Very true.
Yeah, the gray areas,
Very
right?
true.
And like you said earlier, ectopic pregnancy, rape victims, what happens? I mean, for something to be illegal, there had to be like punishment, right? Which means if you're caught having an abortion, there has to be a punishment, maybe jail time or something like that. So what happens to someone who is a rape victim, right? What happens to somebody who is a rape
So
victim?
most of these things, like you said, they are always exceptional cases.
Yes.
And that's why I'm
Because-
supporting
and
it,
that
but
is why-
under controlled system.
This one, no, because once something is being legalized, nobody wants to look at the clause. All they will tell you is, was it or is it not legalized? What would you say? Yes.
Yes.
That is
That's it. The truth is, as it is right now, the question is just asked,
Mm.
what if you've been raped
Mhm.
or
ectopic
the
pregnancy.
truth is the doctors advise
Or what to
abortion.
do actually.
Do you understand?
It's still illegal.
It's illegal, but medically.
There are different types of abortion.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So
educate me.
So medically, so medically,
want to learn.
we are not going that deep. But I'm going to tell you that it's in the doctor's place to know if your case should take abortion or not. It is not legal. It means nobody can just walk into a pharmacy or into a hospital and say, I want to do abortion.
Why
No.
do you think that?
But there's some cases that actually are exceptional.
Why do you think that? I would say correct hospitals do not really perform abortion. Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever reasoned why? As at then, maybe not now, but there was a point in time when people want to do abortions, probably go to quack hospitals or quack nurses and quack doctors.
Pharmacies.
Have you ever reasoned why at that point that was what was actually happening? That's why what we were actually doing.
I don't know why.
Because, like you said, the only thing that a doctor will do with his full chest that is legal, which they will still weigh their options. If it's a rape case, and if it was my child that was being raped, and I bring in the child, it's still the family that will decide if we want to keep the child or want to terminate the pregnancy. Ectopic, it is there and there. This one is not
Yeah.
a case
No
of-
negotiation.
There's no
No
negotiation.
negotiation
There
because
and there.
someone's life is at
Someone's
stake.
life is
The mother cannot be alive
Exactly.
to become a mother again.
Okay, so what of in cases where the girl in question is ready to keep the pregnancy, and the guy, the supposed father of the baby, had
If the girl is her choice,
If she can take
it's
care
her
of it.
body. If she can take care of it
and
financially,
she cannot
otherwise-
take care of it financially. So are you going to be supporting she bringing in a child
First of all,
that she cannot take care of financially into the world to come and become Almajiri
So,
on the street? Now you
Now,
talk am.
so
no, I would
I'm so
defend them.
sorry. If
Okay.
I made that decision to bring in the child with or without the father's help, I should be able to face the consequences. That is to say, if it's going to cost me 1 million monthly to take care of that child, I should be able to double my hustle to ensure that this child lacks nothing.
So why do you want to
First
set
of
yourself up for that
First
kind
of all,
of
can I say
suffer?
something?
It's
First of
not-
all, can I
it's-
say
It's
something?
not suffer because if I don't do it now, when I marry and have my kids, I will still do
Can I
the
say
same
something?
thing.
Can I say something?
There's no
Okay.
suffer.
First of all, as a human, before you go into a relationship with a guy, you know the kind of person he is. If he's a selfish person,
They're not the
It's
right
self-
time for a
they know the
baby
right
girl.
time. No, they know the right time. Yes, but in actions, they do.
They just you
No.
never can
See,
tell.
Man, now the truth I dey tell you so. Now the truth I dey tell you. I don't want to tell you the secrets, but you as a woman,
Now you go tell me
no,
the secret.
I don't go
Just
tell you
last.
online right now. But as a woman, God has given us
It's sending
instinctive.
spirit.
Do you get? As a
It's
woman,
sending spirit,
you should
rather, sorry.
know when this person is someone who is a self-centered person.
Not a lie, actually.
You should know.
Not
Because
a lie.
as little as water, this is the only pure water in the house. You go drink am, you no go care about you.
You don't know.
You no go even want share am into two.
Okay.
Those are signs.
I'm actually big
I say I don't want to talk.
I'm big on, sorry, I think we're
Anyone who is kind
I'm
will not
big
leave you alone.
On what's it called, friendship. So I think most people just jump into relationship without getting to study the person that they claim
In quotes,
that they want to get into a relationship.
they're so in a hurry to
By
be in
the
a
time you
relationship.
probably do things like they say, there's no manual to all of this in all fairness. But I'm big on friendship. So if I'm gonna date this guy, first, before I will date you, even if we're friends for 3 months, let's be friends. That 3 months or 1 month or 2 months, there's a certain character that you will bring out knowingly or unknowingly that will determine if it's what I can do. That will determine if tomorrow I get pregnant for this guy, if
And
he
I go leave me run.
all out. So it's really
When we're growing up,
that's it.
a guy will ask you out and then you tell the guy, I want to think about it. Why'd you do that? It's because you want to know if this person is who you want to leave yourself in his or her care. Do you understand? But now they know they think about time again. As he asks you, you do or you don't do? Yes or no?
You move.
And at the end of the day, when I can't reach that junction now, and I can't ask myself, how did I get here? When you forgot what you're supposed to do.
I mean, there are other reasons why somebody can actually decide they're not ready to be a parent. And I feel like we should also consider those reasons. I've been saying it. I'm still going to
there are
say
so many reasons.
Wake me up from
but if
sleep.
you know that those
I'm still going
reasons
to
are
say
there,
it.
avoid
They
what will
should
make you a
legalize
parent.
Futures.
Avoid what will
Final
make you.
voting. Final voting.
Avoid what
Yeah
will
or
make
nay?
you.
If you
Yes,
say
have
yes,
it.
if you say yeah, raise up your hand.
Yeah.
If you say nay,
Yes, have it.
So they say experience is a good teacher, Abby. That's the saying. So I think let's leave science and leave religious out of it. I feel people's experience should be able to give them an adept knowledge of if they want to make their choices themselves when it comes to reproductive choices. If you ask me, that's where I stand. Then, like I said earlier, I am big on no to abortion legality. If there's English like that too, permit the English, but abortion legality. We Nigerians, I think we overdo things. And growing up as a child, I think I stand to be corrected, really. I don't know which English is right. Our parents, or some of our parents, that's the right word, found it hard to teach sex education. And I would not say because of that, things have gone wrong with this generation. I wouldn't say that. But in terms of abortion legality, I feel at this point we should throw more light on sex education and also buttress the fact that family planning can be done to hinder excessive birth of children. There are different control measures that can be used apart from CDs and birth control pills. There are other measures that can be used. I feel if we broaden our horoscope, if that's the right English, permit my English, on sex education and family planning, I think this whole talk on making abortion legal or not should actually reduce.
Should abortion be legal in Nigeria? I support, yes, abortion should be legal, because I honestly feel like it's because it's a crime in Nigeria that has made a lot of young women result into unsafe means to delete the fetus. Quote unquote, right? I mean, we have situations in girls' hostels where people are using hangers to remove babies from their womb. It's very unsafe. And this is because they fear going to the hospital and being called out for, or probably doing jail time for committing a crime, right? And I also feel like we should also put in check the mental health of rape victims. If you're forcing down the fact that they are pregnant from rape and that they should have that child regardless of the fact that they were raped. They are not mentally ready, they are not physically, emotionally ready. In fact, they are even traumatized. And then on top of it, you're adding a child that they don't even want in the first place into the picture. Man, it's really not nice. So I really feel like abortion should be legal. They should legalize it in Nigeria. It should not be a crime. It should be normal. A lot of markets are extorting people. Doctors are doing quack doctors here and they are taking young women's life every day because they are hiding. People should be able to decide what they want for themselves, not enforcing that decision on them. They should be able, if I don't want to have a child, if I'm not ready to be a parent, I should be able to decide that I am not ready to be a mother yet. And if that pregnancy should come at any point in my life, I should know that I am not going to be a criminal for terminating that pregnancy because it is unwanted. Why would I want to bring in a child that I don't want? Why would I want to do something that I do not want to do? So I really feel like abortion should be like that. Thank you.
As parents, I have a question. How do you want your child to turn out? Do you want your child to be like you or better than you? Or even not even your part? What kind of morals do you inculcate in your child? What kind of values does your child have? That is why we are here talking about this. A lot of our parents are shy. They are too shy to sit with the children down, or they are too scared to hurt our feelings. They're not ready to talk about it. They're not ready to teach us how to take responsibility. That is why we have lots of kids making mistakes, like abortion. First of all, how did you even get there to start having abortion in the first place? How did you get there? As a growing-up child, I remember when I was growing up, my mom always tell me that if a man touches you, you will get pregnant. That was her own way of giving me sex education. But I grew up and I learned it in school that for me to have a child, I'll have to go through intercourse. And then I was taught what intercourse was. And then I was taught ways to prevent sex. Our parents are not teaching us. Our parents should take responsibility. Okay, like my friend Jennifer said, if she was a mother of an 18-year-old child, she will ask her daughter, what would you do? So, but what kind of value did you even inculcate in that child before you are even asking the child? Is the child not supposed to be scared of getting pregnant and bringing pregnancy home to you? As a mother, your pikin supposed to think, say she will carry belle come meet you for house. Think am. Or as a father. No. Parents are not doing they're not doing their own part. They're not taking responsibility. How do you expect the younger ones to take responsibility? How do you expect the younger ones to know what it means to take responsibility? Mommy, I'm going to say here is responsibility. Parents should teach their children how to take responsibility. Parents should teach their children, they should know that for every action you make, there's a repercussion. For anything you do, for any action you make, there's a repercussion. Parents should teach their children. If it can be a syllable in school where they teach the children that, it will help us take responsibility more, and it will help us at least save lives. And then again, I want to still talk about the point of getting married when you are not ready, or giving birth when you are not ready. Communication is the key to making life easy. As couples, why not